My God is so good. My God is so good. I'm so young. I'm only 21. And it doesn't matter what age you are, what part of journey you're on, what door you're opening, what door you just came out of, what triumph you just went over. It doesn't matter. But just to know that your God is good and be able to really put your trust and belief in him is just such an amazing thing, y'all. And I'm using the example of what happened to me today for me to even feel this way. I feel like this all the time, but it's just a prime example. Like my story, a testimony. Testimonies don't have to be big, giant miracles that happen. It can be little things that happen every single day. And I love sharing my testimonies because it shows you that an average person, a normal person, things that everybody goes through and God coming through, if you let him come into your heart and you let him do what he needs to do, if you allow him to do that. Because one thing God gave us was the ability to be able to choose. He gave us option. If you want to follow him, you want to allow him in your heart, you can, but you don't have to. And so when you let him be there, it really, really shows. And like I said, I'm going to use an example today. I'm getting ready because I have the youth group later. But guys, this morning I woke up and I was in my bed. I don't know about y'all, but when I wake up, I kind of just sit around and just, look on my phone or something like that. But recently, if I don't get up to actually read my Bible, I have an app that reads the Bible to me, and it does something like each chapter of a certain section every day, so I can actually get through the Bible in a year. And I would listen to that. And so that's what I was doing. But then I got on Pinterest, like, okay, what do I want to wear today? Because I do that. I started looking at tattoos because I am getting a tattoo. And I've had my idea for this tattoo, but I started to get in my head. And I'm like, I really like this tattoo, but I feel like it won't look right on my back. Because the girl's just kind of, and my back isn't like... So I started talking so negative about myself. Without even, I wasn't talking negative where it's like making me sad. It's just I wasn't speaking positive about myself. Literally, I was like, yeah, my back's a little big. I may have to find something that's like, actually fits me, or that's not going to look the way it's supposed to look. Like, I don't have a back like that. That's the thing. Maybe I could just lose weight because, like a little weight loss, like my back. Literally, I was thinking these things. I was saying these things, and I'm just like, it started to put you, like, it makes you not happy because I'm comparing my body to somebody else's body that I don't even know. And I'm just seeing online. And that is very common. And we all know that comparison is the thief of joy. And literally that's what it was doing. And I felt that, okay? So I finally get up and I was taking a shower. And I was looking in the mirror. I was like, what am I talking about? My back is nice. What am I talking about? And I'm looking, I'm like, no, that tattoo would look absolutely amazing on me. What am I talking about? Literally, I just got this after praying, listening to the Bible, everything, I truly got this sense of, what are you talking about? I don't know. It's just so crazy how you can go from one section of feeling some type of way to something else, or one small thing can literally change the way you think. And I'm like, what am I talking about? And so I get dressed and I'm looking at myself, and even when I put on my clothes, I'm just like, girl, you are beautiful. Like, what are you talking about? Are you comparing yourself to somebody when God has blessed you with the body that you have? God has blessed you not only with a body that's beautiful on the outside, but a body that's working so great in the inside. A body that's able to do so many amazing things. A body that's able to actually have a period, that's able to actually move correctly, that's actually able to digest your food. A body that's able to give off certain things to your body to make sure everything's working properly. Why would you compare it because your back is a little bigger than somebody who's just a little bit slimmer? That you think that your body isn't cute just because of that one little thing, when your body is so magical and so great. I really was sitting here talking to myself just like how I'm talking to you right now about that. And I'm just like, why do we do that? What makes us feel that way? And I absolutely hated that I even thought like that, because once again, I am beautiful inside and out. So I don't even know where this is coming from. Honestly, this is just literally what just happened to me this whole morning. It's like 12 right now, so morning has left. But I was just like, I'm so beautiful. God has blessed me with so many blessings, and I still sometimes choose to be sad or to look at the one bad thing or one thing I think is not correct, when he has done so many great things for me and you. And we still focus on the thing that's not important. And that's just like, as humans, why do we do that? And it's even when it comes to choosing God, or when people are sad about a situation and they blame God and they don't even think about all the things that God has given to you. that we take advantage of every single day. Like me being able to speak, me being able to have a roof over my head, me being able to live out my dreams and aspirations instead of having to work super hard to pay bills month to month and struggle. That's a blessing that I have personally. And I remember not that long ago, I felt like I want to move out because everybody else is moving out. I want to decorate my place. But I didn't think about the stress, the having to worry, all of these things that will come with that one little thing I think that I want right now versus what I actually have. I had to really y'all, it's just so crazy that we do that. We really do think and believe that the grass is greener on the other side. And I think that's just absolutely crazy. And so when I started thinking about the way that I was thinking and how I was comparing myself, because I didn't even realize I was comparing myself until I was like, you were comparing yourself. It's so good when you have that, when you're able to realize certain things you're doing. And I promise y'all, I was not able to do that until I started getting closer to God, learning who Jesus is and actually accepting him into my life. I was not able to do that, y'all. I definitely was someone who went through a lot of body dysmorphia. When I was growing up, I came a long way when it comes to my weight. I look pretty healthy right now, but I wasn't always. This is actually kind of personal, but when I was younger, I do believe that I had traits of bulimia and all that other stuff because of the stuff that I used to do. And I was just y'all, I would get into that in a different day and share my testimony with that because that really is truly a testimony. And I'll probably show pictures too because I was so thin, like an unhealthy thin, and I used to do unhealthy things. I'm not gonna lie. And I overcame that. And so when I find myself falling back into those habits, because it's not something that goes away overnight, and sometimes it is deeply rooted, but when I see that I'm doing those things, I pray because God has brought me out of it before. And one thing he's going to do is solve every problem that I have. And he's going to take me where he wants me to go. Sorry, I got to put my contacts in because I can't see. So I definitely I felt that and I seen that and I corrected that. I think that's the best thing about when you put God first. When you do something that's sin, or when you do something that this isn't right or this isn't how you should feel, I try to, because I'm not perfect. I try to pray. I try to pray about it. I try to say I rebuke it. I try to do anything with stuff that comes like that. It's just I try to always put God first when I can. And I promise y'all that has made a big difference. A few words or declaring God's glory will change a whole situation for you in 2.3 seconds or whenever. And when you realize that, oh my gosh, so many things I'm thinking about curling my hair, or should I just wear it? Y'all, I'm mad strong. I don't even know where that came from. I really wanted to come on here today and just tell you, you are beautiful. You are so amazing. And no matter what you see on social media or maybe how your friend may look, the life you have, the way you live, the way things are happening for you right now is for a reason. And if you truly believe that you are meant to overcome something or you're supposed to look a certain way, start working towards it. But do not compare yourself, because the things that we go through is for us to be able to tell our testimony, to be able to tell your story, for you to grow or get to where God wants you to be, which is it is 1,000 times better than where you think you want to be. And even then, God will put you in places you think you want to be. And it's going to be 10 times better than you could ever imagine. And I am a testimony to that. And so with that being said, y'all, it doesn't matter where you are in life, how good you may think somebody has it or this. Everyone goes through these moments. No one is perfect. We are human at the end of the day. And with that being said, I just want us to stop comparing. I feel like social media, especially somebody who does social media, I am a content creator. Some people look at me like, oh, she's an IG baddie. That's how some people look at me. And I still go through things. I still go through image problems and stuff like that. But when I start putting God first, and one of the reasons I had to put God first is because I didn't want to lose myself. I'm a beautiful person. I'm a beautiful woman inside and out. And I don't want to lose that to thinking that I have to keep up with the Joneses or think that I have to live life a certain way to achieve what I want. I don't. Y'all, there's been so many times, I didn't think about it, but I just know, if I wanted to grow, if I want to make a whole bunch of money real quick, do you know the things I could do? Yeah, I could do a lot of things. But that's just not what I want to do. Those aren't my morals. And if it is your morals, that's fine. But for me, I believe that God put me on this earth for a reason. I love being on camera. I love talking. I want to model. I'm going to model. I'm going to be in movies. I'm going to do all these things. But I truly believe that my purpose on this earth is to be in front of a camera and to share light in areas that is dark. Hollywood is dark. The film industry, it is dark. It's a dark place. And I believe that I am meant to be in those certain areas to shine Jesus' light, to shine God's light, to tell Jesus' story, to show that I am a true advocate or a true vessel to people. I feel like I'm supposed to do that because certain things in my life have come so easy for me to get in rooms where I have to do that. And I feel like maybe these last couple years, I actually decided to let Jesus lead me and guide me and listen and actually obey. And I'm not perfect. Nobody is perfect. I fail at times. Actually, I don't fail at anything because that's just learning. But there's times I may fall short because I can never give God everything that he wants or amount to what I think that he deserves. But me trying, when I hear him say, do this, I do it. That is a blessing. I came a long way. And I'm just so grateful that I learned it at a young age. Because I'm not going to lie, before I really got into my word and stuff like that, or was, I believe, truly an advocate for God, I knew who he was, but I didn't know who he was. I used to think that going to church and believing God was like once you get older. Because everybody knows, like grandparents and stuff, they be like really in that word. They're the ones that tell you to do, like, I just truly thought that. But the reason they do that is because once they got to a certain age, they realized I should have been doing this a long time ago. And I know that that's not where I want to be. I'm working hard to do what I want now because I could be young and I could go party and do all this stuff. But that's not even, that's not what it has to be. And I'm still going to hang out with friends. I'm still going to do all those things. But at the end of the day, I'm going to stay true to myself and what I believe. Period. I stopped comparing where I am when it comes to my social media growth, where I am when it comes to what people my age are doing. People where I'm from, people are married with 3 kids. Seriously, I'm from Ohio. That's what they do. That's all they see. That's all they can do. And so when I see these people I went to school with doing all this, I'm like, dang. I think, dang, am I behind? Because I don't have no kids. I'm not even in a relationship. I'm at home. I'm just recording my phone. I think like that. I'm like, wait, girl, it's a blessing. Your life is, you're not supposed to be doing that. And those people, I may think they're looking at me a certain type of way, but really they're like, man, I wish I could still do this, or I wish I could still do that. We take advantage of our opportunities. Everyone's life is meant to be different. Everyone plays a role on this earth right now. If everybody was meant to be doing the same thing at the same time, that would not work. We have to really tell ourselves that. And I remind myself that every day. I do. And then I thank Jesus. I thank him for all the things he's put me through, all the lessons I've learned. Because not only is it benefiting me, but I'm able to get on my own platform. Ooh, let's not burn ourselves. I'm able to get on my platform and tell other people, because guess what? None of our stories are original. I'm not going to lie to you. There's somebody who's going through the same exact thing to the T that I'm going through. And maybe they're handling it different. Maybe they feel worse about it. Maybe they actually went through it and got through it 100%. They're like, girl, like, don't even think about it. Do this. I'm able to tell my story and maybe be able to connect with somebody who feels the way I do, or is getting to where I do, or overcome what I do, and share that. And that's just such a blessing. Like, I thank God so much for giving me a voice, giving me a platform, giving me the ability to be able to hear him or feel what he's saying to me and be able to put me through these things so I'm able to put it into words to share with you, whoever's watching. And so this whole point of this video is just saying, stop comparing yourself. Stop taking your life for granted. I don't care where you're at in life. I don't care. You could be in the worst. You could think it's the worst scenario. There's someone 10 times worse than what you're going through, and 10 times worse what they're going through, and so on, and so on, and so on. So no matter where you are in life, you woke up this morning. God gave you another day to follow him, to figure it out. He gave you another day to be able to fix that problem or come to him to fix that problem. But instead, you ponder on you're in that problem instead of fixing it. You know that saying where they say, Something you don't change, you're allowing it. I believe that 100%. When I knew that I wanted to be on YouTube and I wanted to post, I wanted to be consistent. And I would just say that all the time. If I'm not doing it, I'm allowing me not to be consistent. So every day I get up and I film a video. The crazy thing is, God really does speak to me. And I know that some people's like, oh, God speaks to you. Because I used to think that too. I'd be like, how is God speaking to people and I'm not hearing a thing? It's because my ears weren't open. My spiritual ears were not open, literally. And when I say that God speaks to me, what I believe is when I talk to him, I direct a conversation towards him. That's what I mean by praying. And when I ask a question and I sit in silence and I really listen, the first thought that comes to my head, I think that's Jesus. I think that is God telling me what to do, because guess what? It's not hurting anyone. It's not evil, and all it can do is benefit me. And I just act on that. And literally doing that, my life has changed so tremendously that why would you not listen? Even when I don't understand, or I don't understand why I do that. The videos I have made and I was not cute. I didn't get dressed up. I didn't do anything. I just sat there and I talked. Those are the videos that blew up after I got done praying about it. Those are the videos that took off. Those are the videos that got me recognized for being me. I don't know how else to explain that. And that's why I always say God is so good and he's always there and he is always working. Even when you don't feel like he's working, he's working. That's 100% a fact. And I know it's easier said than done. It's hard to believe, but guess what? That's what faith is. Believing in something you cannot see. And what's the worst that can happen? What is the worst that can happen? Literally. But it's worse if you should be believing in him, following him, and you don't. You're missing out on so many great opportunities. Times do get hard, but I promise you, when you put him first, when you think positive, when you look at the bright side, when you look at the cup half empty or half full or whatever, life does get better. I truly believe that life is all about perception. It's all about how you see it, how you view it, because the mind is so powerful. Let me not get into the mind thing because I love psychology and all of that. But the mind is so powerful. And that's why it's so important you speak highly of yourself. It's so important you don't compare yourself because, again, the mind is powerful and it will play tricks on you. So with that being said, y'all, stop comparing yourself. You are beautiful. In any situation that you think that you're not, trust, you are beautiful. I've been through some hard times. I went through a glow up, but I promise you my glow ups weren't just about my looks on the outside. It was the inside. 100%, which made me come out from the outside more beautiful. And I truly believe that's because of how I carry myself now, the way I speak now, the way I hold myself accountable. That's what made me glow up. That's when my looks started to change on the outside. And I started to feel fulfilled in who I am and what I do. And I stopped caring about what people think because I feel confident in who I am. Ooh. God is so good. And you know what I'm going to do? With all this happened this morning, I'm going to curl my hair. I was going to film a video after this, which I still am. 2 videos. What? Because God gave me that blessing. But this is a video itself. And it's just like, dang. I thought I was going to have to work all hard to come up with a video idea. But no, God was like, speak about what happened to you this morning. This is going to resonate with someone. I believe so. Because I'm not the only person who goes through this. But I might be the only person sharing my testimony about it. And that can help so many people. And so that's what I want to do. I know I'm meant to help people 100% in multiple ways with my voice, with my mind, and just being myself. So if this resonated with you at all, or you think it might resonate with somebody else you may know, please share this video. Please like this video. Please send it to somebody. Screen share it to somebody. Because you never know how somebody's doing in this world today. It's not the best type of situations going on. Somebody can be going through a lot right now, and you just showing that you care by just a little action that you do will show them so much, could save somebody's life. Always be positive, always be kind, because you literally never know. The amount of lives that I've known that have been lost due to being sad, and a simple "are you okay" could have solved so many problems, or "I care about you" or "Jesus cares about you" could have saved so many lives. It's so disappointing. And so check up on that friend, check up on those loved ones, especially the ones that always seem super happy. Because I used to be that person who's always super happy, but trust me, I was going through a lot. And I'm not trying to make this video sad or anything like that. I'm just saying, at my last ounce of, faith, I turned to God. I turned to Jesus. And That is why I'm here today. Honest truth. And so check up on that friend, check up on that person. Sorry. Because it can literally be a life or death situation, physically and spiritually. And I don't know about you, but that spiritually one scares me the most. I love you guys. God loves you. Ooh, you're beautiful inside and out. Don't let anything change you from knowing that. I don't care how old you are seeing this. If you are older than me, if you are young, came out through, it doesn't matter. You're beautiful and God made you the way you are for a reason. Tell your story. And that it doesn't have to be on the camera like me and you, but just seeing someone who's going through something. Tell your story. I feel like that is what we're meant to do. So with that being said, I love you guys and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.